Hey, welcome fellow survivors and newcomers. I just thought I'd make a little video this morning about the extra modded areas I have on my server. There is quite a few more modded areas on my server that I'm probably not going to be able to cover, but you'll be able to get the gist of some of the extra modded material I have. So, let's go ahead and get started. So we are in between Novi and Starry, in the middle of the map. So if you're traveling from Novi to Starry, as you can see, over here to the left we have a cargo plane that is not usually here. And we have zombie spawns around it. So... Oh, and my modded zombies. I have some modded zombies here too. I'll show you here in a minute what all they have. Alright. These zombies will have... All military zombies will have this kind of loot. They'll have a 60 round clip for most of your like M4s, M16, stuff like that. It should spawn in full with a 60 round clip, aviator sunglasses, and 45 ACP rounds. Not to mention you also get a field backpack and a vest on most of these. And some of them will spawn ghillie suits. So there's this. Unfortunately on my server, on this cargo plane, no loot will actually spawn inside. Sorry to say. That's... I mean, it took a little bit of work to get it to spawn here, so hopefully some of you will find that interesting. And say you're a fresh spawn, you come over here, because my spawn points from my server are all going to be inside this main part of the map. It's not going to be official spawn points, so there's this red container I put here. It's kind of more of a, you can go inside to hide, or you can somehow, yeah, there we go. You can jump on top. Like if you're a fresh spawn, you attract any of those zombies, and you don't have a gun yet. Maybe you're trying to work your way over to Novi, and you attract all the zombies from Starry. Although that tower right here is also a pretty good spot too to go. So that's why I put this stuff here. Some people have already told me that this container just looks way out of place, and yeah, I know. You know, I don't have a computer to mod my files. This is all by code. So some things are not going to be in place, right? Some things will be. So, and if you're new to Dayz, this tower here, it's not a full tower. This is like the base part of the tower that you'll actually find around Green Mountain that I have spawned inside this area. And we can go check it out if you want here real quick. As you can see, the door's all open and it's all explorable. No loot spawns in here though, unfortunately. But this could be a good advantage for some PvP as well, in between Novi and Starry. And also, if you find any of these towers spread around the map, keep in mind that static contamination zones happen, and I have already decreased the radius, but this here can give you a fighting chance, because this is high enough to where you're not going to be inside the zone. So it's a good fighting chance. You know, get up here, just wait like 20 to 30 minutes, you know, to despawn. But you're up high enough to where I don't think you should really have any problems. Although it's quite in the open though, isn't it? You may have to be careful for some rival players and stuff around your area. Trying to think if there's anything else in this Pacific area here to show you guys. I mean, the trader shop is located in Novi. Philippines have one of those the trader store buildings. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about with the cash register and the mini double doors. That's an entrance. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the changes with this 1.17 update. There's been so many changes and so much more added files I had to update with my server. So that's another thing I can talk about while I'm heading my way over to Camonino here with you guys. So with this 1.17 update, all the new like guns and stuff that they had added to the server are not going to spawn anywhere near here. You're going to have to go more north to like Servograd and all those more northern towns into the police stations to find them. And you should be able to find the ammo for them and the mags. All that should be inside the police station as well. AKMs in my server spawn inside the military zones with a 300 round clip inside of them, so I'm pretty sure some of you will be very happy to see stuff like that. There might be somebody up here. There is players in the session, but I'm gonna put my gun away just to show them that I'm safe. And I do not want to. I'm not a PvP person, to be honest. I don't go for that. You could be lucky enough to come find your way over here. Usually, I definitely added way more animals to certain areas. So, I did this because you can walk around in the woods, something, come up on a sound that sounds like one of the deer, go and investigate. Well, you may be thinking, oh, it's just like a couple deer. Well, you get up closer, you see there's like 20 or 30 of them colonized together, wandering around. It's pretty cool too, because they actually flee in the same position and coordinate together. So there's a lot of good stuff with that. Continuing on the 1.17 update, a lot of servers I played on, I noticed a lot of the cars like lifted off the ground when you drove them, and so I always just walked around for ever. I never actually drove vehicles before they did this update that much, because I would always end up flying in the air and crashing pretty quickly. Down here. I'm heading towards Vybor Airfield. I'm going to take the Camonino entrance, of course. So I'm not really that far away now. I shouldn't be. So I have quite a bit more mods. So in my server, okay, you join the Discord if you'd like. I mean, that's going to be the way you can kind of communicate with me about whenever you get a base set up. And I do certain things for people, and while they're in my server, if they're going to be here for a while, and they're not close, well, I do spawn these items in for people that are close to these things, but if you would like to have a water well or a gas pump or both modded near your base, I will gladly do so. You just gotta direct message me your base coords. Do not worry. I will not share any information you share with me. All that is secret with me, I do not share. Even if you are like my worst enemy, I will not do that. Because I'm not like that. Um, yeah, if you all can find, there is with the 1.17 update. There's a new item, like a motorcycle helmet in the game now. There's only one that spawns in the server, but it's supposed to be like the zombie king or something. It's like a helmet that has like nails coming out of it, and yellow, and it's overall very nice. So if you all ever get a chance to find that, please let me know. Even send a picture in Discord or something, because I really want to see what that looks like. I'm told you can also use it as a melee weapon, and you can repair it with epoxy putty whenever it gets damaged. The only melee weapon in the game that you can repair, as I'm aware. Anyway, I could be wrong on that. Don't take my word on that. So I'm gonna have to probably drop the zombies. Can't remember if I have a silencer or not. I have to shoot this weapon quite a bit. Yeah, there's only 3 of them. I don't have to worry about that too much. Only when I get closer to the base. Well, to the military base. And I do have multiple other videos on my modded spots that I do not have published, because for the fact that I noticed that either somebody's built nearby or anything like that. So I don't expose any of that, even if I walk up on it and I already have like 30 minutes of my video on or anything like that. So it seems like every time I'm streaming on here, it's got to be raining badly. This is not even the bad rainstorm. The bad rainstorms get pretty epic in here. The lightning and everything and consistency. So, I mean, if you all have any questions, if you're ever playing my server, or if you all are on my server and you're just watching this video for the first time and you have any questions, please just comment on this video your question. I'll get the notification and I'll answer you back directly. That's no problem at all. So, alright, here we are. This is the Camonino entrance to 5-bore Airfield. So we're mainly going to be focusing on the airstrip. That's all we're going to be mainly focusing on. I mean, sure, if you all have any, like, requests as far as modded material you would like me to add, by all means, I'll try to add it and make it seem good in the spots where everybody would like it. So, I mean, I can't really mess with the angles that much, though, so keep that in mind. I mean, most of the things I do, I get lucky and it looks nice. So, it should be... I can't tell if that's it over there or not. So yeah, you all just probably saw that lightning strike off in the distance. Pretty nice, eh? I actually think this was right there. Sorry, my rendering distance doesn't seem to be coming in all that great right here. This is the bad storm. It's getting bad. Okay. So, as you can see right there, there's already an outline of one of my modded items here. And this is going to be quite different than a normal helicopter crash that you would come up on. There's usually a medical building right over there, but I can see it despawn. So a player was definitely nearby recently. Alright, so here is this. You can see it has a whole bunch of loot next to this helicopter crash. But just keep in mind, you are kind of out in the open. So everybody should kind of bear that in mind. And there's a whole bunch of stuff here that you can probably see on the side. And there's more stuff even on the other side here. Right here. See your gear, tactical shirts, field vests, the LAR, more LARs. So all this. Now, if you're ever looking for, oh, there's some contamination areas right there. Sorry, it seemed a little weird there for a second, my controls. Alright, so around in here, if you come up here, and this is probably most likely have all the good stuff looted already, but you might find something that's pretty useful. You never know. Gotta keep looking. There's usually some POX antidotes that spawn in this. And I'm not really seeing them, but if you are in a contamination zone and you do have the gear on, sorry, that looks like a person there for a second. If you're in a contamination zone and you have the NBC gear on, and say your NPC gear starts getting ruined, or you run out of the gas mask filter, or you're not able to refill your gas mask filter in time, if you find any contaminated NPC gear zombies inside the area, you can kill some of them for a chance to get the antidote, the POX antidote, from them, and be able to get it. You'll be able to get cured if you do get sick. I mean, you only have 30 seconds once you're exposed to get out of the zone, unless you get the sickness. So, my other modded item is just down the road here. Well, not the road, but the airfield. The other side here, you'll see the last bit of my modded items, and this is just my, it's probably where I'll probably end this video, but at least you'll be able to see some more of the modded items that I did not talk about in my last video as much. And I just wanted to give everyone a second view on this stuff here. And don't get me wrong, all the loot inside all the military buildings has been increased. So there's all that as well. And all the guns should spawn with full mags, and they're in their pristine condition. Right. Do y'all see the silhouette of something up ahead? That would be what you saw in between Novi and Starry. That building I was talking about with the contamination areas that you can climb on top of and be safe. I just thought this was a pretty good area because the tents over here, they get hit quite often. So, but also in my server here, you will find, let's go over here some more. This is what I can spawn nearby people's bases. Stuff like this. And stuff like this will not despawn if you log off right by it and respawn. It will not despawn. It's going to be always here and forever here for your needs. So, let's go close to this tower over here to show you the secret item that I have here for people. So to get closer, start seeing, looks like there's some people here. Right? May get a little freaked out by that a little bit, who knows? But they're NPCs. Don't worry, they're friendly. Although, looks like they're holding out bags to give you. If you go ahead and pull out your gun, you can go ahead and just take them out. And go up next to them. And yeah, some of them don't have... Here we go. Alright, so they're going to spawn on these here at the airfield. An M4A1, a firefighter axe, an assault vest with the utility butt pack, of course, a combat jacket. You'll be able to get yourself a tactical belt, combat pants. That's the utility butt pack. This is the ballistic helmet. Depending on how you kill them will be depending how good your loot will be. I mean, if you can aim for a headshot or maybe a neck shot, maybe it would be better. But yeah, hunter boots, night vision goggles. And here comes the attachments. He'll be able to get a sheath, a combat knife, and some attachments for your M4. Here's a 60 round standardized mag, a golden deagle with a clip, a couple smoke bombs, and some canned pork, and some rice. So yeah, I wouldn't think that's really bad loot to round up on. There's to each their own. I just realized I got sick. It's probably, I really hope it's not one of the new diseases. Anyway, this is probably where I will end it off here. So, yeah. As always, thank you very much for taking your time looking at this server. Oh, and I will either have the server name in the small print above the video, or I will just have it here at the end for everybody to kind of see the server name. There's many. I plan on having many more items modded in the server, but do keep in mind that if I do add too much, I will end up having to remove some of the old mods. I know some people are probably okay with that, and some are not. So, join the Discord. That's mainly where I do all my voting and everything. So, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And thank you. You all have a good one. Alright. Bye.